Time to review the Smith & Wesson H.R.T. Bear Claw. This knife is in about the $25 to $30 range, and the euro price seems also to be around that amount. The knife is made of 440C stainless. The handle scales are Zytel and apparently glued on to the knife. There are at least no screws here. The sheath is plastic, probably Kydex or something similar. It has this this button right here, which is supposed to fit into the finger hole here to keep the knife in place, which it does. It's as you can see, the knife doesn't really come out when I shake it, but you can actually easily pull this. So it's not like the Cold Steel Double Agent, which has a very similar sheath, also with such a button. On the Cold Steel one, you actually have to press it in from the other side, like this, in order to pull it. And you can cut yourself pretty bad when doing that, by the way, which I had to painfully find out. This is not an issue on this one. Even if you had to press it down, in case other knives are, or other sheaths are stiffer than this one, I don't know if that's, if all are the same way. But even if you had to push this, there's still no risk of cutting yourself. You would just, your finger would just get stuck there, and it no risk there. But yeah, at least on this one you don't have to. You can pull it out really easily. But as you saw there, the retention is pretty good. Got the belt clip here, and quite frankly, I don't know what this is. If someone can tell me, can write it in the comment section, but I have no idea what this is supposed to do. Anyway, the knife itself is really nice and comfortable in the hand. Obviously, with that finger hole, there is pretty much no way you'll lose this. It's really secure. It also has jimping right here, so it's very secure in the hand. You could even, if you wanted to, attach a lanyard here, or there is two holes that would be suitable for that. And the blade itself, the serrations here are pretty good, actually. They are nice and sharp and pointy, so they would really bite into whatever you want to cut. And for those of you who don't know, the advantage of a serrated blade is that it performs better on a draw cut, because it really bites deeply into the material. Whereas a plain edge knife is much better at a push cut, like peeling an apple, for instance. This would be rather problematic with this one. But if you need to cut ropes, for instance, for cutting ropes, this is perfect. Serrated edge is very good at that. So it's specialized, and for the intended purpose, they usually perform admirably. And like I said, it's very nice in the hand. You could even use it karambit style, which the finger hole would be way too large for that, but hey, it does work. So if you wanted to, you could use it like a karambit. But it's clearly intended to be used this way. The blade is relatively thin which also makes this a fairly light knife. This is like a neck knife as far as weight and size is concerned. So pretty light. I wouldn't really worry about this breaking unless you try something crazy with it. Obviously this is not meant to baton or anything, so it should be sturdy enough. But I wouldn't exactly pry with this, considering how thin the edge is. So the tip, I mean, the tip might actually break off. This is the only problem that I see here. If you use the tip here, it's quite narrow here and very thin. So this is a potential issue. The tip might break off with heavy use, which would probably then form a secondary tip, I suppose. You would probably still have a tip even if this part breaks off. So I think they could have just ended the blade right here, have a sturdier point. This is a bit too fine, but hey, it's pretty much the only complaint that I have about this. Otherwise, it's really nice, compact, light, and most likely quite efficient. So, yep, approval.